When we build our courses online, we're creating pathways for our students. But sometimes what we think is an open door is actually a locked gate. So today, we're going to talk about how to find those locked gates, and more importantly, how to turn them into a wide open, welcoming entrance for every single student. Let's dive in.
We've all seen this, right? You're just trying to get to a website and boom, you hit a wall. It's some kind of security check, a little technical hoop to jump through. For most of us, it's just a quick annoyance. We click the button and move on. But imagine for a second, what if this was the start of every lesson?
Because for a lot of learners, that's exactly what it feels like. When our digital course materials aren't built with everyone in mind, they stop being a path to learning and they become a barrier, a locked door that some students just can't open.
I like to think of this problem as a digital wall, and it's built, brick by brick, out of things like inaccessible PDFs, or videos that don't have captions, or images that don't have any descriptions. Now, we don't build these walls on purpose, of course, but they're there, and they block students from the very content they need to succeed. Okay, so here's the good news. We can absolutely take that wall apart, and the process for doing it has a name. It's called course content remediation. And honestly, it's way more straightforward than it sounds. At its heart, remediation is really just an active process. It's about being intentional. It's about going back into our course stuff, finding those barriers, and then, systematically fixing them. This isn't about dumbing anything down. It's about opening things up, raising the level of access for everyone. And when we say course stuff, we mean, well, pretty much everything. We're talking about the Word docs and PDFs you hand out, the images and videos you share, even how the course itself is laid out in your learning management system. It's the whole shebang. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Wow, this sounds like a massive job. And yeah, it can seem that way, but it doesn't have to be totally overwhelming. The key, the absolute key, is having a clear, practical workflow to follow. And here's a model that really works. It breaks this huge project down into little, manageable pieces. First, you just look at what you've got. That's the audit. Then, you decide what's most important to fix first. Then you actually fix it, check your work, and replace the old file. See? It's just a simple, logical cycle you can do over and over. And listen, if you remember one thing about the fix step, please make it this. Don't waste your time trying to patch up an old PDF. Go back to the original file, the Word doc, the PowerPoint presentation, make your fixes there, add your headings, your image descriptions, whatever you need, and then create a brand new, accessible PDF from that. It will save you so much time, I promise.
And remember, you don't have to do everything all at once. Start where it counts the most. What does every single student need? The syllabus, the first week's readings, the instructions for that big final project. Those are your high-impact materials. Get those done first. The optional articles for further reading, they can wait. This is how you make a big job feel totally achievable.
So we've got our workflow. We know what to fix first. But what do we, actually do in that fix stage? Let's go over a few of the most important principles that will guide you. This one is huge. Using the built-in tools like the Heading 1 and Heading 2 styles in Word isn't just about making things look nice. It actually creates a digital map of your document. A screen reader can use that map to announce Heading Level 2, Week 3 readings, and a user can instantly jump right there. It's exactly like how a sighted person skims a page. Just making text big and bold, that doesn't create a map at all. Okay, what about students who can't see the awesome images in your course? Well, that's where something called alt text comes in. It's basically just a short, written description of an image that a screen reader reads out loud. It makes sure that all that important visual information doesn't get lost. And good alt text isn't just about describing what an image is, like writing a bar chart. It's about what the image does. What's its purpose? Why did you put it there? This example is perfect because it tells the student the essential info they were supposed to get from that chart. It's all about function, not just form. And of course, there are other big ones. Things like putting captions on all your videos, which, by the way, helps literally everyone. Making sure your text color and background color have strong contrast. And here's a great test. Try to get through your course using only your keyboard's tab key. It's a real eye-opener. And hey, quick tip. Programs like Word and PowerPoint have built-in accessibility checkers now that can find a lot of these issues for you automatically. So we've gone through the what and the how. But let's wrap this up by coming back to the most important question of all. Why? Why does all this work matter so much?
Well, because this whole process isn't just some technical checklist, it's actually a philosophy of teaching. It's called Universal Design for Learning, and it's all about creating flexible learning environments that work for everyone's different needs. When you provide materials in multiple formats, you're not just fixing a problem for one student, you're actually building a richer, more flexible course for every student.
And really, that's what this all boils down to. All of these steps, all this effort, it leads to one simple, incredibly powerful goal: an equitable learning experience. It's about making sure that every single student has the chance to show up, to engage, to learn, and to succeed, no matter what. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. When a student shows up to your digital classroom, what do they find? Is it an unexpected checkpoint that blocks their path? Or is it an open door, just welcoming them inside to learn? Because that choice is ours to make.